can't turn it while I'm recording. Okay. We shall do it this way, even though I wanted to do it the other way. Welcome, welcome. I just wanted this to be a quick live because I'm getting ready to go pick up my children from school. I started to say fixin' to. I've lived in the South for too long. I wanted to share with you a tip on how to choose who you want to be. I can't remember how I wrote the title. Okay, so anyway, the reason that I thought about this is when I went on the trip to DC with my kids several weeks ago at the end of October, I watched some TV in the hotel room, which is something I don't watch much TV. I may watch a movie here and there, but I don't usually watch TV. And I watched TLC. And if anybody watches that, it sucks you in. But my kids got me watching 90 Day Fiance and My 600-Pound Life. And what struck me was just like this sadness, right? Like you could just see, especially My 600-Pound Life, you could see like people dealing with lack of love for themselves, coming from childhood wounds. And I mean, we all have childhood wounds to different degrees. Like some of us had parents who were really trying, some of us had parents who were abusive. So there's different levels of wounds, but it's like we all have a wound from being alive and going through life, not necessarily even from our parents, but usually that too, because we're human, right? And so watching that though, it just broke my heart because these people are taking it to extremes, but we all kind of have to deal with that wounded child, right? But the good news is, even though there's that part of us here on earth who struggles with things and has that monkey mind going that's telling us that we're not good enough, and takes those stories that we heard when we were a kid, like the stories of, you're not good enough, or you can't do this or whatever. And most of them were well meant to protect us, right? But that's what the monkey mind is still doing now. It's telling us it's not safe for you to show who you really are. It's not safe for you to start your own business, or it's not safe for you to write a book, or it's not safe for you to do your art. And those stories are lies, right? And they don't feel good. They feel scary and they feel constrictive. So we can always know when that fear self is in control by how it feels. And one of the things that I like to do to kind of keep my brain into the mode of being more with my higher self, more of my magical self, more of that part of me that's always already perfect and whole and healed and feels great about doing those things that I'm called to do in the world. And it's just a simple reminder. That's why I run Daily Alchemy, because I like to put my spiritual practice into my day. I have 4 kids, I run 2 businesses, I have a lot of things going on. So one of the things that I like to do that is your magical tip here is every time I walk through a doorway, or every time I even get in or out of my car, it's a doorway too. That's a crossroads, that's a threshold. So I've gotten myself in the habit of, when I go through there, reminding myself who I am and who I choose to be. Now for you, that's going to be different than for me, right? But the main thing is I choose to focus on the divine part of myself, the higher self. And so I will remind myself what my goals are and who I'm choosing to be. And you can do the same, and you can have it just like an easy thing. You can have a magical name if you want, and you can just remind yourself that's who you are if that sparks you. Or you can say, I am a best-selling author, or I am a thriving artist who makes plenty of money off my work to live on, whatever it is. When you go through a doorway and you remind yourself, that's who I am, and that's how I'm gonna cross through this doorway being, and on the other side, I'm going to stay in that energy. It's just a little trick to remind yourself of that as many times as you can during the day, because stepping into that energy of being that person that you want to be, that you choose to be now, the more you can do it, the more you're going to live into being that person. And it's a practice, right? We all, just the way this world is set up, we all have those little stories that are going to pop up, and I don't think they ever go away. From people I've heard, those stories never actually go away. So what we have to do is just practice writing our own story. I love to do journaling, I love to do meditating, but I also love to have things that I can fit in my daily life, and that is one that I enjoy, is walking through a threshold and stating who I am and who I choose to be, and living into that. And when you do that, you'll feel like there might be that monkey mind who says that's not really you, but that's the scary voice, that's the contracted voice. It's filled with fear. But when you step into being more of your higher self and following your own core values, that part of you that is unique to you and has your unique purpose on the world, I think we all have a purpose to live fully and to love as much as we can and raise the vibration of our planet as much as we can, but we all have a unique way that we get to do that. And the more that we allow that to be in control, the easier it is to live that life that we want. So that's my tip for you. Every time you go through a doorway or step in and out of your car, a different kind of doorway, just to remember to tell yourself who you are. And I like to phrase that as I am blank, like either a name, or I am a successful author. Actually, who, then what do you do in the world? Who raises people's spirits with a good story? Or I am a thriving artist who brings beauty to the world. You can do it however you want, but that's just, I like to say who I am and what I'm doing in the world, just to remind myself as I go through the day to live from that energy space. And while I have you, one of the things that I do in the world, yep, I think it's backwards. I forgot to flip my video again. This is my Moon and Magic Planner. It is on a special today, Black Friday, free shipping with lots of bonuses. You get a bonus pendulum mat, a bonus crystal pendulum, and a bonus bookmark with it. That was my timer to tell me it's almost time today to go. But along with that, you get put in a drawing to win 3 months to my Daily Alchemy Premium Members Academy and a Moon Oracle deck of cards. So I'm going to put a link in real quick so that you can go check that out. Otherwise, if you'd like to share, I would love to know what you do to remind yourself who you are in the world, and what your unique purpose and mission is, if you feel so inclined to share. Sometimes I like to keep some of mine a secret. Whoops, where am I? Hey Yvonne, I just saw you. How are you doing? I don't know if you're still there, but I hope you're having a magical day. And let's see, did that come up? Yes, it did. All right, okay guys, I gotta go pick up my kids. Have a magical day. The link is in there, so if you wanna go check it out. It is very nicely printed, if I do say so myself. I'm really pleased with the paper and the quality and everything. All right, have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.